guys.
Welcome back to episode 3.
Welcome back. I hope your week was as relaxing as mine. I was out of town.
Amira was traveling.
I was gone. I was to
Amira's
the East
broke
Coast.
ass was traveling. Did she ever go to work?
I mean, I've taken a lot of days off. I don't know why I haven't been
In
fired
the
yet.
past 5 months.
I know. I've been gone for probably a total of 2 months in the past 5 months.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I need Amira's job.
I think you do.
Yeah.
My job loves me, and I love them. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the time off. I was in the South. I was in the dirty South, North Carolina.
You eat some good food.
I ate a lot of good food.
See some good folks.
I saw some great folks. My fam. Shout out Dr. Trementing, Actually K. What up, you guys?
Yes.
It was great. Shout out Miss Margaret Darko. I see you, boo. Anyways. How was your week?
Oh, it was good. My weekend was okay. You know, I got in a little spat with my bae. But I always win the arguments. So
You just need to let things go. You're so petty. I feel bad for him sometimes.
I feel bad for him sometimes too. But
damn. You're always you do the most with him, and I feel bad.
I'm trying to simmer down.
He's a very patient person.
No,
you know
you're
what I'm saying? Look, I'm looking out for you right now, okay? I'm looking out.
But you don't have these issues, Amira. You don't have these problems.
I don't have these issues, and I don't need to have these issues, you guys.
We're single as fuck.
I am single as fuck. But you know what? It feels good because I can breathe. No drama. You know what I mean?
She can exhale.
Exactly. My life is overwhelming as it is right now. I just cannot imagine having that right now. I don't need that.
I feel you.
It's cool though, you know?
I feel you. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about relationships.
Relationships? Okay, I'm down for it. I'm probably the worst person to talk about relationships with, but...
Amira's Dr. Phil,
I don't think so.
I
can help you guys, but I cannot help myself.
She is.
Sadly.
Amira gives great dating advice.
Thank you. I try. The single ones always do.
She has a good point. Good point there.
Yes. Let's get into it.
So, yeah, let's jump right into it. Dating in today's generation.
2017.
What's it about? What's it like?
I feel like it's pretty much non-existent.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
It's
Dating?
very just there's different statuses. It's either before it used to be you're single or in a relationship. Now it's we're talking, we're hugging up,
we don't want on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Right. We don't want to make it complicated. We don't go on dates. He just comes over after midnight. We don't know what that's about.
Sneak them in through the back door type thing.
I don't know. It's just really not. There's just so many different levels and gray areas to this dating stuff now. It's just insane to me.
I agree. I think that it's not. I feel like most people are not looking for a relationship,
Exactly.
but they want the other person to be in a relationship with them type
Right,
thing. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I don't know if that's just this generation or
I feel like it's very trendy to just be oh, we're just gonna go with the flow and let it happen. But that always backfires, you guys, right?
it
backfires
is.
a lot of the time when you're very casual about everything in a relationship.
But why do you think that is? Do you think it's is it the way that people approach you to I don't know, start a relationship?
Well, I think the foundation and the start of a relationship is very important, and with the way a lot of people approach somebody they're interested in, it's just not the best foundation to start that relationship. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree. So
meeting somebody.
What's a good foundation? How should a guy approach you? What should they say?
Okay, let me just tell you what they should not do. Let's start with that. Number one, direct messages on Instagram, Snapchat, that's what I'm on, any social media platform, and being thirsty. And you guys know what thirsty is because we discussed that last week. So being thirsty with the direct messages on social media is not the way to approach somebody. I don't think that's a good way to start off a relationship at all.
But what if a guy's like, oh, you're very beautiful, like, I want to get to know you.
But
even
that's like,
since it's social media, is it just like not okay?
I feel like for me, I can't take it seriously because I've had people who said the same thing to me that they've said to you.
That's true.
Literally.
That's true.
As if we're not friends and we don't
Send
talk
the
to each
same
other every
DM.
day.
They like send it to her, then write to me.
Remember that guy who asked you out and you said no, that asked me out the next day?
Literally the next
Light
day.
skin Jesse. Yep, I don't care. We put people on blast.
Amira is like queen of blasting.
We putting people on
She's
blast.
like no shame given. Like,
With
yeah,
the
like,
cornrows. Like would we have said,
I won't take you to the salad or whatever.
remember how you call us both Michelle Obama thinking that was like gonna get us? We were far. I'm far from Michelle Obama now, but we were very far from Michelle Obama at that point in our lives.
We were ratchet. If you could see like some pictures of us, you'd be
We
scared.
were the complete opposite of what Michelle Obama ever was and stands for.
Like, it was an insult to call us Michelle
Like
Obama.
a complete insult to Michelle Obama.
But yeah, so no
I just
direct
can't.
messages.
I can't get down with direct messages. I feel like if you do that, I don't think it should be super direct. Or it shouldn't be as like what's what I'm looking for.
Like forthcoming.
Forward. Thank you. Forthcoming. I love that vocab word. Yes.
My verbiage is great.
I love it. I just think that it should maybe like make a comment on like where they were, like if they're traveling, make a comment on like the country
Subtly
or the
play
city.
into it, like-
Yeah, like start like a conversation that kind of sets a tone more for like a friendship or like a
Right.
networking thing more than relationship, because it's really hard to take it seriously because I'm just gonna assume that
you don't know each other.
exactly,
You know?
so it's like you can't look at a picture of me and think that, oh, we'd be great in a relationship. That just doesn't make sense.
Weird. It's
And
strange.
it's very strange. And then it's like there's underlying tones where it's like we know what you really want and I'm not that bitch. So it's like I'm just, I won't take you seriously. It won't happen. Sorry.
Okay,
Moving on. No DMs.
No DMs.
Or
sorry.
just be very casual.
Unless you're Draymond.
Unless you're
She'll
Draymond.
accept a DM from Draymond.
Hello, Draymond. I will respond right away.
But I think like for a guy, definitely just like be confident.
Mhm. Like when approaching.
Right.
Yeah.
Like when you're like, face to face,
Mhm.
physical contact. Be confident. I don't know, just like be sure of yourself.
Be very sure. I hate when guys are like, oh, like they're kind of awkward, like, oh yeah, we should hang out, like,
Or maybe
oh,
we should do this.
yeah, maybe, or matter of fact, yeah, you should take my number down.
Matter of fact.
Like, I should, like, should I though?
Or the whole like, oh, let me try to trick you into giving me your number. Like, oh, I
Right.
do this, call me, and then it turns into like, oh,
And then it turns
can I
into-
take you out? type thing.
Exactly.
Just be confident. If you want to talk to a woman, just tell her like, hey,
And be upfront. Like, if you have my number and you want to hang out, be upfront with that. Like,
exactly.
I don't like it's
No games.
No
games in
games
2017.
in getting the number. Like, that's just not gonna work. And also, like, if you're gonna approach someone like on the street, like at a club or just out, like, no AAAs. You know what I'm saying?
No, that would never turn into a relationship.
Like, because I feel like you don't have respect for women. Number one, if you're doing that. Number two, you AAA at everybody. So that I can't take you seriously. Yes.
I'm sorry, I had to do that.
We had to do it for the day with the E's. But, yeah.
But
you
what
know
about
I'm saying?
what about women? Amira's a lot more vocal than I am.
I'm very outgoing.
She's very outgoing. Would you go up to a guy and say, "Hey, I want your number. I want to hang out with you"? Would you do that?
See, for me, like, I'm not gonna ask for a guy's number. No. What I will do, I'll definitely like go and approach you and like start a conversation. Maybe make a comment on like what you have on or like something, just anything. But like for me, I'm not really the type to ask a guy for their number. You know what I mean? I feel like I'll put myself in a position where they should feel very comfortable to ask me for mine, the whole subtly thirsty shit. So, and guys can read body language, you know what I'm saying?
Agreed,
So,
agreed.
and like for me, the reason why I don't do that is like, it just depends on the type of guy that you're looking for. I am more into like a guy who's gonna be the aggressor and like an alpha male. So I'd prefer for them to kind of like pursue me, because then I know that they're actually interested, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I think if you're the type of girl and you're very outgoing like me and you're not shy and you really do want someone's number, I definitely think you should ask them for their number. Absolutely.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get rejected. Because like Amira said, you're not everybody's type.
Yeah, you're not going to be everybody's type, and that's totally
this person
fine.
may have like just gotten out of a relationship. This person may be a lesbian or gay.
Right.
You don't know.
So
don't get your feelings hurt if you get rejected.
And then if you do get rejected as a guy, don't do the whole "fuck you, damn bitch." Like, what is that about? Like, really?
That just shows how insecure you really are.
So insecure, and then it's like, it wouldn't have worked out anyway, because like you can't be upset if someone isn't interested in you.
Yeah, you have
deep-rooted
and
problems. And it could be a billion reasons as to why they don't want to give you the number or give you a chance, which has absolutely nothing to do with who you are. You know what I mean?
Right. Just don't. I feel like people are like, oh my gosh, she's gonna say no, or oh my gosh, he's gonna say no, and it's just like, it deters them.
Right. And if the worst thing someone can do is say no, like, then you really have nothing to lose at this point.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Be confident. Trust in yourself.
I feel like women and men love
Tell yourself that you're the shit before you go do it.
Yeah, and if she or he doesn't want you, then
it's fine.
That's their loss. You know what I'm saying? And you have to like approach it like that. And I feel like for me, I can really see that when a guy is like, you know, maybe coming up to us or something. Like if they're insecure, it just makes it.
You can read it.
And yeah, and you're just like, ugh. You know, just like, ugh. Even if you're ugly and very confident, like, at the very least, you would definitely get a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that's important. Be confident.
Yes.
Don't be afraid of rejection. Be yourself.
Be yourself, 100%, you guys.
So, yeah.
I feel like I hate when guys, like, they'll try to impress you and, like, they don't even know you. Like, who am I for you to even try to impress? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, acting like their friend's car is theirs,
or like the money that they have is important. Like just be normal. Just be.
Because it's like, you guys, it's 2017 and like everyone can read through bullshit, and I feel like people are like very comfortable with calling people out on bullshit, and people just don't do that.
Agreed. Okay, so I would like to touch on.
Oh, I'm scared.
Going on. Well, okay, so back to this really quick. I just want to ask, what do you feel like is attractive in men? Because I personally, I have said that Amira likes weird people. I don't find the people that she likes attractive. And before I get into this, I would like to sincerely apologize.
Oh gosh, are we issuing an apology
to this person? I'm not gonna be petty. Aww. I'm gonna say I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings.
Yes,
but I will say
this person felt some type of way, and there was no reason for you to feel any type of way. No, there was no reason for you to feel any type of way because
we love you.
We love you so much. I feel like you need to explain what you meant by saying that.
Okay, so this person knows who he is. So I'm just going to jump into this.
Yes.
This person would sit on the phone with Amira and really pretend like he was married to Nicki Minaj. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, when is he going to stop talking about this? Because it went on and on and on. So maybe it's weird to me, but it may not have been weird to you. But
the thing is, the most important thing, like,
you were being yourself.
You're being yourself, and that's why like we love and respect you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We respect that about you.
And that's what I'll say about the people that like Amira talks to, is like Amira genuinely cares about people that are themselves.
Exactly. And have like good personality.
Exactly. Have a good personality.
Even if somebody else thinks you're weird, like that's fine. If that's who you are and you're being you, that's like the best thing you can do.
Exactly.
So I hope the air is cleared. You know.
I know you still love me. It's okay.
Don't hate us. I don't want another angry phone call.
No more drama.
Okay.
You were supposed to FaceTime me and you never did. It's all good though.
We love you. Okay, like seriously. And we love the fact that you're so crazy and goofy. You know?
We do. Shout out to the mayor.
Oh my god, I'm done.
Okay, anyway. So Amira, you go on a first date. First date's horrible.
Yes.
Like, terrible.
That's happened to me very recently.
Amira has all these, like, great stories.
That happened very recently. But let me tell you why the date was so bad, you guys. And the number one reason why it was bad is because he was so insecure and it was so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And as I get, like, people can be a little nervous because I'm a little much to handle. You know what I mean? I'm a little overwhelming at times to some people.
And she was laughing at him.
I mean, I may have been giggling in the car and texting you and talking shit about him. But let me tell you, like, it was so obvious that he was so insecure about himself and just everything. Like, stuff that I was even thinking about, like.
He pointed out.
Like, I was talking shit about other stuff about you, not the shit that you pointed out. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it was just more like,
if you're watching this.
If you're watching, you know who you are. Like,
be confident.
Be confident. I think that's kind of where I was just over it. You know what I'm saying? It was just.
But would you have gone on a second date?
With him?
With him.
I probably
being that the date was, like, quote unquote horrible.
I would have.
I think it depends.
I think I would have given him more of a chance, but the thing is, like, being confident is such a big thing for me because I feel like you cannot have a healthy, striving relationship with anyone, friendship, romantic, if they're super insecure.
I agree.
You know what I mean? And, like, that was just a big thing for me. And it's like, I can't help you build your confidence. You have to do that yourself, you know?
I agree.
So it's just kind of like, there's really nothing I could do or say to make you feel good about yourself. I mean, like, he made a comment about his car. I wasn't even thinking about his car. Like, his car was perfectly fine with me. No, actually, it literally was. But the fact that he made a comment about it brought my attention to it and made me laugh. And then
classic.
And then he made a comment about, like, his hands, because he's insecure about how big his hands are, which is like, who thinks of that shit? Number one. And number two, like, big hands is like, that's sexy. It's a very masculine trait in a guy. And, like, you know, it was just weird. Like,
I think a horrible first date depends.
That.
I definitely think it depends. I think if a guy is like, he could have been insecure because he was nervous.
Right.
And I think those types
didn't help
of,
that I was
like,
laughing and texting you in front of him.
Are they call? I mean, you should give the person a second opportunity.
No, I would definitely give him a chance
because it's your first time, like, actually going out, and
right.
obviously there was, like, some interest, you know, so
yeah.
there could be, like, a little shyness.
That's the thing. He also made a
whatever.
comment like, "Oh, like, I'm surprised that you're going out with me," and I'm just kind of like, "But why would you say that?"
Yeah, that, like, I mean,
that almost killed it for me.
doesn't want to, like, deal with a guy that's, like, not confident.
Yeah, like,
he
was just so surprised, like, "Oh, like, you're pretty because you're going out with me." Like,
I
really?
think at least give it one. I think as long as the person was respectful.
Yeah,
and didn't put you in a dangerous situation.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, give the person another chance. Only because it's like you can't judge somebody from one day.
Yeah.
But if it's like obvious like insecurities, like, and that's a turn off.
It's a big turn off for me.
Where you
and
know,
it's a
like,
big
okay,
thing.
this person's like definitely insecure.
Right.
You're not gonna want to deal with that in a relationship.
I can't, because it's like, you know what? I am not a licensed therapist at all, so it's like I can't help you with, like, I don't know what to do to tell you what to make you what things that's gonna make you feel better about yourself. And, like, for me, it's just a really big thing. Mm-hmm. I dealt with people who are very insecure, and it just, like, ruins everything. You know what I mean?
That's
and
true.
Like, you have to know what you're looking for. Like, I want, like, a serious relationship when I do really want to start, like, dating somebody. And someone being insecure is a big red flag for me, you know what I mean? And having a lot of severe emotional issues, because I think I have some issues I need to deal with, so it's just not going to work with both of us having stuff to deal with. And I can't just always be the one to help you and make you feel good about yourself, you know?
That's true.
So for me, it's just not going to work. No.
Okay.
You know?
So I guess it's a good thing you didn't post him all over your Snapchat.
Exactly. See, if I would have took pictures of him thinking we're gonna be together. I've never done that before. I can't do that, you guys.
No, I'm with you on that. I mean,
and so many girls do that. Like, you go on one date with a guy, you take all these pictures of him, and, like, they're forever and a day, and then forever and a day, and then next week.
Literally the next week. I think your relationship should be somewhat private.
Yeah. Like as far as like social media wise.
Right, as far as social media, I think that it's okay to post a couple pictures here and there if, like, you know, you've been together, you're established. But, like, I think just going, like, being overboard is just not my thing.
Yeah, it's just too much. But I feel like right now, like in this day and age, if I will, like I feel like a lot of people feel like if you post a picture of your significant other on social media, then it like validates the relationship.
Right.
And it doesn't validate a relationship. Like posting pictures doesn't mean like it's official now. Like being Facebook official doesn't make your relationship official. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Agreed. I agree.
Like, I just feel like that's fine. But, you know, on the reverse of that, if you're in a relationship and, you know, you're not allowed to post pictures or your boyfriend or girlfriend telling you don't post pictures of me, then I think you need to reevaluate your relationship. I feel like you should be able to if you want to, but don't go overboard and think that's a valid thing.
If your boyfriend or girlfriend says, no, take that picture down. I don't want to be on your social media at all.
That's a problem.
He or she is probably cheating.
It's probably cheating, yeah. That's the first thing I'm gonna go to.
Definitely.
Cheating and or very insecure and or shouldn't be with you for whatever reason.
Right.
And what reason is that?
Cheater.
Okay, there you go.
But would you take back a cheater though?
Would I take back a cheater? Honey child, no, I would not. At this point in my life, absolutely not. I just couldn't do it. I think like it's hard for me to say like in the future though, like how like deep the relationship is and like how far we've come and like where we're at. Like I think for now, especially in the beginning of a relationship, it would just be an absolute no. But like
definitely in the beginning of a relationship, it's
like,
no.
what
Because
happens?
if you can't respect, I feel like it's a respect thing.
Exactly.
You know, if you're like just getting to know this person, you guys are just started dating, and you can't respect them enough to be monogamous, like that's a problem.
Yeah.
But then again, it's
disgusting.
like, you know, people have been married, they have families, and you know
And that
somebody
makes it
cheats, and
yeah.
it's much more difficult to walk away from.
It does. It's very complicated.
From something like that.
Right. And I used to be very judgmental with people who would like be, you know, in a relationship and like getting cheated on. I would be like, oh, that bitch is dumb. You're a fucking dumb ass bitch. Like, you know, and you can't. I'm working on that, you guys.
To keep it straight face.
You know, the thing is now I've gotten older and dealt with people and like seen other relationships. Every situation's different. So I don't think it's fair, number one, to judge someone if they do take a cheater back. And it's also, you can't say for sure that, oh no, I wouldn't, or yes, I would, till it happens to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You don't know.
You really do not know. But with that being said, if you're getting cheated on continuously,
that's a problem.
You deserve so much more, you know what I mean? And you need to like respect yourself and know that. So it just comes to a point where you have to make a decision for yourself.
I agree.
But yeah.
You definitely have to make those decisions. Some people, like, I don't know, some people cheat for different reasons. Some people cheat maybe because they're unhappy. Some people cheat because I don't know. People cheat for so many different reasons.
It's just dumb.
But
I don't
like,
understand
I think
it because it's disgusting to me.
Happy, healthy relationship, you communicate with your partner when, you know, maybe, okay, I'm feeling this type of way about a certain situation. It will keep things from going off track.
I agree.
If you guys are on the same page.
Right.
So that is also
But if you feel
important.
the need to cheat, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you feel like, oh my gosh, I like have to see somebody else.
And if you're looking for something else in somebody else, then don't respect that person enough to break up with them and then go do your thing. It's really not fair to be cheating on that person. I just don't like it. I'm done.
I'm with you. But anyway, we have to wrap this up.
Yes.
But
what are you looking at there?
We asked the people. We asked the people to send us questions.
Oh, we did ask people for dating
and I was
advice
just like going
questions.
to our email.
Okay.
You know.
Yes.
Advice
tell people
questions
to
on
email
dating.
one more time.
Oh, contact brokenboujee@gmail.com. And you can also just send us a DM in our inbox.
On our Instagram.
Anything you want to know. It doesn't necessarily have to be about Broken Boujee, but it definitely needs to. You need to send us questions.
Questions, comments.
We want to know what you want to know.
Okay, let's get into the
first
question. Let's get into it.
Is I want to get married, but my boyfriend doesn't. Is this something that we should break up over?
Yikes.
Yes.
Yes.
Eventually, if you're dating, if this is like a short term relationship, where you've only been seeing each other for like a month or two.
Yeah, and you want to get married in the next month or two,
No.
then girl, calm down. You don't need to break up.
Settle down a little bit, but I think in the long run, it's gonna take a toll on both of you.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be unhappy that he doesn't want to get married, and he's gonna feel like you're forcing him.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be in a marriage that's gonna end up in divorce.
Exactly, and it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to him either. So if you want to be married and like possibly start a family, and that's not what he wants, then you guys both need to find other people who have the same like end goal with being in a relationship. And that's, marriage is a big thing, and wanting to be married and wanting a family is a really big thing. So if you guys are on the same page, then I think you need to break up with him. Yes.
Yeah. I think also because people that are kind of set in their ways are not going to change.
Exactly.
And you can't force somebody to change.
Right.
You know,
don't spend the whole relationship trying to get them to change their mind or their viewpoint.
And you don't want to settle either. You don't want to say, okay, well,
Exactly.
he doesn't want to, so I'm just going to pretend like I don't care. You know, just
that's not fair to
go
you.
your separate ways. Find somebody
Who does want to get
plenty
married?
of fish in the sea.
Absolutely.
Next question is, my best friend is seeing this guy from out of state. We think that he's married, but we don't have any proof. What should she do?
Is this real?
I love it like we think that he's married. I love that.
I know. That's like us. Well, number one, why do you think he's married? The fact that you're even thinking he's married, you should probably end it right there, number one. But if you need to find out, or what did the question say? Like, we think he's married. How do we find out if he's married?
What should she do?
Well,
we don't have any proof. What should she do?
There's always proof.
You can
Proof is
stalk
always
this
out
person.
there.
Like people put their whole lives online. You can find
out
registries.
Yes.
You can.
I found out a lot of things about men by stalking married men at that. Yes, we sure have.
They don't even know that we know.
They have no idea that we know. No idea. But
it's okay. Because at the end of the day, I think that if your friend has morals, she's not going to want to be with a person that's married. But it's better, if you don't find anything and it's uncomfortable for her, she needs to talk to him about it.
Yes, I think you just be straight up like, listen, are you married? That's a valid question, you guys.
And if he says no and she's able to move on, they can continue with their relationship.
But like, even if he does say no, you need to do some stalking to find out.
Agreed. Stalking is a girl's best friend.
Absolutely.
Find out everything.
But like, how we can go on, just Google the name.
Google the name.
Social media.
Google's like your best friend.
Absolutely.
Spokio.com. You can do like
go through the comments on every like picture on Facebook or Instagram, and
you can search their phone number, their job,
everything, and
you
see, and you can find out. We found out about people being married, you guys. This is a real thing that's happened for us.
We had no idea. All we did was
the thing is, their intuition telling them he might be married. I feel like trust your intuition. It's happened to me, you guys. My intuition told me that this person, I have a feeling he might have a situation. You know what I mean? It wasn't really necessarily like, okay, he might be married. It was just like, I have a feeling that there's something a little off about the conversation. I feel like if you are disclosing personal stuff about you and he's not doing the same, he's hiding something, which could mean that he's married. And let's just say he's out of town for a few days and you don't know what he's doing or where he's going, and he's very vague about it. He's probably married.
Agreed.
So, I know, like, us girls, like, we're very smart. Trust your intuition. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm with you there. Last question. Oh, this is a good one. I want to take my girlfriend on a nice date without spending too much money. How can I impress her without the date seeming cheap?
I go the sentimental route. Like I love sentimental shit.
This like also plays into us being broke and bougie.
Exactly.
Because you don't like necessarily have to take somebody out.
Yeah, you don't
have a nice date.
You don't need to spend a lot of money for it to be like a beautiful, nice, like bougie type of thing. You know what I mean?
Right. You can definitely, I don't know, make dinner at home.
Yeah, make dinner at home. I'm all about like a beach picnic or something. That's never happened, but like I feel like that is something that's super nice, super intimate, and super sweet. That's like an amazing date.
And you don't have to spend
that you're not spending a lot of money on. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I think that's good. Or even just cooking dinner at home and like setting a nice, beautiful table.
Watching a movie, just
like that's a really great date. I think the thing is like people forget about dates. The purpose of a date is to spend time and get to know somebody and enjoy the time.
Right. You don't have to spend a bunch of money.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of money and the date can be horrible, but like you can also spend a little bit of money and have a beautiful, amazing date that someone will really appreciate. And if that girl is all about just money, then you don't need to be with that person.
Right, exactly. You're not on the same page.
Exactly, 100%. But there's like, you can do some nice, like sweet, sentimental things like that.
Yeah, a picnic is always good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's summertime. There's a lot of like, jazz festivals and stuff.
Yeah, just
little
like
stuff
get
like
dressed,
that. Get dressed up
cute,
and go out to like a free event, and spend a little money on a food truck. They're not that expensive. Well, they are in San Francisco. Share something.
Right. Share some fries. No, but yeah, I think it's really how much thought you put into what you want to do.
Exactly.
Like if I think a person will, your date will see, okay, he really tried to impress me, or he really tried to make this a special night, then they'll appreciate that more than you going
we'll see the effort more so than anything.
$200 on dinner,
Exactly, yeah.
And it'll be more memorable.
100%. And you go to Safeway Deli and like put it on like some nice plates, light some candles.
Get you some champagne glasses from the Dollar Tree.
There you go. That's our store. And it can be so special and beautiful and intimate, and it could really mean a lot. You don't need to spend a lot of money for a nice date. Absolutely not. You really do not.
And if the person doesn't appreciate that, then you need to reevaluate.
Yeah.
I think.
Absolutely.
So that's it. We out.
That's all our questions for
We're finished
today. We love you guys. Ask us more questions. We hope I hope this week will be the best week of your life. Probably will be because you watched us. Thanks for watching, you guys.